Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's all take a quick breath right here because today was so exciting and it's everything I could have ever wanted and better than I could have ever wished for. What do you think? But let's get to today's General Hospital recap because I can't contain myself. So at the floating rib, Sam and Jake have a bit of a moment, if I do say so myself, and Nik and Hayden walk in and announce they're going to the wedding because they're just so special. And Jake questions why Hayden would even want to come to the wedding, and she also tells her that she's not welcome there, and she's like, but we have so much in common with the memory loss, and you're inspiring because you're just moving on with your life. And after some tense conversation where it's like, fine, whatever, like, I can't stop you from coming since you're Nicholas's +1, but, you know, just don't upset Elizabeth or we're gonna have a problem. And pretty much at Nik and Hayden, even if you solved all the world's problems right now, like, I wouldn't care because of everything else going on. Like, so blah, 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 they don't trust each other, and it's hot, and blah, blah, blah. Let's get on with it. At the hospital, Patrick thinks that Elizabeth has cold feet. I'm like, dude, you have no idea. And she assures him it's just emotion and jitters, and she wants to get married. Of course she does. And she waited, she's like, oh, she's wanted this so long, and she's so terrified of losing everything, blah, 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 blah. I don't care because you deserve to lose everything because you're a horrible person. And, you know, Elizabeth's like, I wish I could fast forward and just, you know, fast forward the clock and have this done. And I'm like, me too. Trust me, me too. And the computer program worked. Star, what are you doing? The computer program worked, and I'm literally not like crying with excitement, but like exclaiming with excitement because it's just so exciting. And I'm like, Carly, get over to the computer already and look at the picture. But Olivia comes over and just has to talk to Carly, apparently. And, you know, Carly doesn't give her a hard time about Leo. If anything, she's the most empathetic about it. And she's like, I do the same thing. And Carly then goes back to the computer and she sees the picture morph into Steve Burton. And I'm like, there is a soap opera god. I am so happy right now. You have no idea. Actually, you probably do. Honestly, there are probably people even more excited than me, but they've probably fainted on their couch for the past half hour. So we will see them later. So Carly calls Spinelli, she gets his answering machine, but she wants Spinelli to walk her through how the program works, because if it's real, then, like, well, she's like, if it's real, then, like, I can't remember, but basically, if it's real, Jake is Jason, and I'm so happy, and she's so happy, and the Carlys are just really happy right now. So Carly closes the laptop when Liz and Patrick come over, thank goodness, because someone's using their brain, and Sam and Jake come out of the elevator, and Carly sees it. She looks at Jake, and she sees it now, like, and he's like, yeah, best person, high five, and she's just, like, staring at him, stunned, because she sees it. She knows. Okay, so she's in a stunned state. Jake is concerned about her, and she walks away, and she's like, I'm better than I've been in a long time, and walks away, but her tone doesn't match what she's saying, but, like, in our context, so we know it does. So Patrick, Sam, Liz, and Jake are all sitting around talking about the bachelor party, and it gets brought up that Sam and Jake sang a duet, and Liz is not pleased, and is like, well, it will not be happening again. And Carly's in the hall, like, I guess by Sonny's, I don't know where she is. She's in the hospital, she's looking at the laptop some more. She gets a doctor on the phone, and she wants them to run an emergency. She asked if they can run an emergency DNA test, and the doctor's like, yeah, sure, bring it in as soon as possible. And she's like, you are comped at the Metrocourt for life. And I guess he's like, that's good, get it over here. Let's take a break from the excitement for 2 seconds. Olivia visits Sonny. He's filled in about Leo. She apologizes for any pain she caused, and he's understanding. Olivia also brings up how, you know, it's like what she did with Dante and Sonny, and she doesn't regret keeping Dante safe, but she does kind of, like, not regret, but whatever, like, the days Sonny missed, like, the important dates he missed with Dante, and Sonny says that he's glad she kept Dante out of harm's way, because, you know, he didn't really have the means back then to protect him, and Sonny kind of lets on that he knows something about Dante, but then Carly comes in, and she says she has to go, but everything's fine, and oh, wait, that should not be, oh, wait, yeah, she has to go, but everything's fine, we're good, sorry, I got so excited, I didn't check my chronological order, but we're good. Okay, so Carly comes back to the group of Sam, Patrick, Liz, and Jake, and Carly says before the wedding she needs to have a long talk with Jake, and I'm like, yeah, you do! you know, just groom best person stuff, and she asked him to drink, like, she's like, you need to drink this water right now because you've been drinking tonight and you need to be hydrated, so drink this water right now. And he does, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy right now. At the Haunted Star, not so happy. So Morgan makes sure so him and Darby are having fun at the Haunted Star in a private room, and they sleep together. And then the Valerie, let's go upstairs. The Valerie Dylan conversation is playing. Dylan stops it at the last second, but Lulu demands it keeps playing, and the secret is out. R.I.P. Latte. So Lulu thinks Valerie made it up, and it's a lie because Dante wasn't, like, reciprocating her feelings, and she wants to know why she would make up this lie. And okay, so Lulu doesn't exactly make a scene. The scene is already kind of made because everybody's watching the video. They're watching this unfold. So Lulu's just there, like, yelling because obviously you'd be yelling. So it's a scene, but she did not make it so. And he tells, so Dante is forced to tell her that it's true. Maxie tries to get involved, but Nathan holds her back and shuts the party down and gets everyone to leave. Lulu demands to know from Valerie what happened, and Molly doesn't want to leave because, like, is her family imploding right here? So Lulu wants to know how long the affair's been happening, and they say it was one night, and Lulu feels so betrayed, and she wants to know what night. So she's like, what, did you and Valerie sneak out of work one day and go to the Metrocourt? And then, like, slowly, as she's, like, thinking about it, she's like, oh my god, it was at our house, in our bed. Like, are you kidding me? Valerie tells her it happened the night that Dante thought she was, like, in a hotel with Dylan. And then Valerie burst out that it didn't happen in a vacuum, and, you know, she messed up too. And Lulu's like, you cannot be blaming me for this. Like, you are seriously not blaming me for this. And Lulu tells Dante to never come near her, and she leaves, and Dante goes after her. And Maxie is, like, staring Valerie down, and I'm like, get her. Like, just sharpen your nails and just, although, someone do that to Dante too. They are both equally, just, Lulu, sharpen your nails. Just go for it. Cat scratch. End scene. Okay. So Hayden talks about leaving her old self behind and moving on, and would Nicholas want that? I don't care. So the hospital pretty much, I don't know, they're having a conversation at the floating rib, and it's just, she's playing him, he's playing her. They both know they're playing each other, but they're pretending they don't. Okay, so the hospital group split up, and Carly takes the water bottle with her, makes a phone call to the doctor, and she's headed off. Oh, I'm so happy because now once Carly knows, or is Carly suspicious? Like, Carly, oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. Sonny tells Olivia not to put Dante on a pedestal because when you put people on a pedestal, my hair looks uneven, they can fall off of it. TJ gives Kiki kind of a pep talk about forgiving Morgan and how Morgan feels really bad for what he did, and if he had to do it over again, he wouldn't. And Morgan comes up and Kiki tells him about everything that's happened with Dante and Lulu and everything. And she's like, and where have you been? And then Darby comes up and she's like, you left us behind, Captain. So, not good. Valerie figures out that Dylan had something to do with it because she's like, why was that even on Andy's thing? You should fire Andy. Andy should be fired right now. And Dylan's like, that's a little harsh. And she's like, unless it happened another way, which, you know, obviously it did. I mean, Dylan, why do this to a person? That's just mean. So, you know what? I'm just going to say really fast. Dylan has totally blown his chances with Lulu because he just publicly humiliated her. Like, he just publicly humiliated her. So I don't know what points he thought he was going to score with that, but none points. And Maxie figures out that this was Nathan's secret because he doesn't seem all that shocked, and he's dealing with it pretty calmly for a person who would just find out this information now. So I predict that that's going to cause a little rift between them because, first of all, if Nathan had listened to her that night and they would have stayed, none of this would be happening. And second off, like, he's, like, encouraged her to befriend Valerie or to lay off Valerie, knowing that Dante and Valerie slept together. So, I don't know. I don't think this is going to break them up, but I don't think it's going to be good for them. But if this is how Monday is, I can't imagine the rest of this week. This is going to be a ridiculous week, and I will be here with you for the whole thing. So I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. If you're in New Jersey, check our pet finder, because the New Jersey Pet Expo we're going to be at, or the rescue group's going to be at, and we're going to have some really fun giveaways. But in any event, I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital, and let's get this party started!